Hi there, this is Alex Robert, and I'm here with our hydrogeology and groundwater systems speaker, Matt Uliana, to talk about our upcoming two-session webinar. So Matt, as you bring 20 years in hydrogeology and groundwater consulting, what are some of the biggest mistakes or misconceptions that you've seen people make with groundwater?
If I could address it towards students that come out of hydrogeology-related programs, one of the biggest deficiencies I see is that they fail to understand the difference between vertical and horizontal hydraulic gradients, and they fail to understand that gradient is something that exists in three dimensions. It's easy to think of fluid flow in two dimensions, but it's hard to think of it in three-dimensional terms, and that's something that students tend to fall short on early in their careers. In terms of what people don't seem to understand is that people have an idea in general that groundwater systems, I think they understand that they're dynamic, but they have a problem understanding that groundwater systems operate on much longer time scales than surface water systems do. So we can easily see drought and drought cycles with surface water systems. We have a couple years of drought and the reservoirs get really low. You have one good rainfall, and then that causes everything to recover. In groundwater systems, those systems operate on decades to centuries. So a couple of years of drought really don't affect a high groundwater system, and that's not really critical in terms of how a couple of years of drought is going to affect overall recharge to the typical aquifer. The only caveat to that is that whenever we have a drought, people tend to pump more. So that in turn is going to, so the human influence can affect aquifers, but naturally they don't really respond that much to drought scenarios on single or multiple year basis.
Thanks, Matt. Well, that's all we have time for today. You can sign up for our hydrogeology and groundwater systems webinar at foresteruniversity.net, as well as our library of 225 courses, or check out our other clips at our Forestry University YouTube channel.